This video is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider with any questions or concerns about your pregnancy, health, or medical condition. Hi, my name is Jane Meyer and I am a health educator at HealthNet. This video is about healthy eating and exercising if you have been diagnosed with gestational diabetes. In this video, we will talk about what is gestational diabetes, the risks for you and your baby, treatment, what is a carbohydrate, keeping your blood sugar in a healthy range, and how to reach your blood sugar goals. Gestational diabetes is a condition that only happens during pregnancy and goes away after your baby is born. It is not your fault. Higher levels of pregnancy hormones can interfere with insulin. Insulin helps your body turn the food you eat into energy. Gestational diabetes happens when your body does not make enough insulin or does not use it well. When this happens, too much sugar stays in the bloodstream instead of being used for energy. The good news is that with special care during and after pregnancy, you can have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. What are the risks of gestational diabetes? Too much sugar passing to your baby can cause them to gain extra weight. This can make delivery harder. After birth, they can have breathing problems. They can have jaundice. This is where your baby's skin turns a yellow color due to a buildup of bilirubin. They can have low blood sugar, and they can have obesity later in life. For you are at risk for high blood pressure and preeclampsia, having a C-section, gestational diabetes if you get pregnant again, and type 2 diabetes later in life. There are 4 parts to your treatment. We will talk about the first 2 in this video. Eating healthy. This does not mean you have to stop eating your favorite foods. We should all try to achieve healthy eating habits and eat a variety of foods each day, not just certain foods. Being active. Exercise lowers your blood sugar and it can relieve common discomforts during pregnancy like back pain, constipation, and trouble sleeping. With your provider's approval, aim for 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days. If you haven't been active in a while, start slowly and build up gradually. Walking or swimming are great activities during pregnancy. Even housework and gardening or a 10-minute walk after a meal count. The last 2 parts of your treatment will be discussed in a separate video, monitoring your blood sugar and taking medicine if prescribed. We get calories from carbohydrates, protein, and fat in our food. Carbohydrates make your blood sugar rise, so it's important to know which foods have carbs and which do not. Foods with carbs include breads, crackers, and cereals, along with chips. Pasta, rice, and grains. Try to choose whole grains. Starchy vegetables like potatoes, corn, peas, and winter squash. Beans and legumes. Milk, some soy milk, and yogurt. Try to choose low-fat or fat-free. Fruits and fruit juices. Tropical fruits are higher in sugar. One thing that you can do right now is to cut out sugary drinks like pop, juice, and energy drinks. Foods without carbs or a very small amount do not raise your blood sugar. First is protein. There is meat like beef, pork, and lamb, poultry like chicken and turkey. If you choose deli meat or hot dogs, heat them until steaming to avoid bacteria that can be harmful to your baby. Fish and seafood, make sure it's low in mercury. Eggs, nuts, seeds, and nut butter. Cheese and cottage cheese. Tofu. Next we have fat. Oils. Try to choose healthier oils like olive and canola. Butter and margarine. Salad dressing and mayonnaise. And finally, non-starchy vegetables. There is a long list. Asparagus, broccoli, carrots, green beans, leafy greens like kale, lettuce, and spinach, onions, peppers, tomatoes, and zucchini. To keep your blood sugar in a healthy range, you need to plan your meals. I know this takes a lot of time, but it will pay off in the end. Check your blood sugar. It should be less than 95 fasting and less than 120 2 hours after a meal. This is the only way to know if you are in a safe range. These readings will help you know when to change the amount, type, or timing of the carbs you eat. You may also find some carbs that make your blood sugar rise every time you eat them. Change the carbohydrates you eat that make your blood sugar go too high. You should have been given a blood sugar log, which is displayed on the screen, where you can record the foods that raise your blood sugar. To reach your blood sugar goals, pay attention to when you eat carbs, how many carbs you eat, and combining carbs with protein. When you eat carbs, space your meals evenly throughout the day. Don't skip meals. Eat 3 meals and up to 3 snacks throughout the day. Try to eat your meals 3 to 5 hours apart. If you go longer between meals, eat a snack halfway between. Monitoring when you eat carbs helps to keep your blood sugar levels stable and avoid levels that go too high or too low. How many carbs you eat. Eating too much carbohydrate in one meal or snack can make your blood sugar go too high. This can be harmful to your baby. That's why it's important to estimate how many carbs you are getting. The plate method is a simple way to manage your portion sizes and eat a balanced diet. Start with a 9-inch plate and imagine a line that splits it in half. Use half of your plate for non-starchy vegetables. Then divide one of the halves into 2, one for carbs and the other for protein. The other way to know how many carbs you eat is to read food labels. There are 15 grams of carbohydrate in 1 carbohydrate serving. You should aim for 1 to 2 carbs for breakfast, 3 to 4 for lunch and dinner, and 1 to 2 carbs per snack. Check the serving size. Keep in mind that the product probably has more than 1 serving. In this example, it has 8 servings. Check how many grams of total carbs. In this case, we have 37 grams of carbohydrate, which would be 2 servings. The combination of fiber-rich carbs and lean protein can promote more stable glucose levels. Protein helps slow down the digestion of carbs and delay their absorption into the blood. This helps to prevent spikes in glucose levels after eating. Let's put all this information together and see what a day would look like. For breakfast, you could have a slice of whole wheat toast, an egg, and a cup of fat-free milk. For a mid-morning snack, you could have 1/4 cup of almonds and a small apple. For lunch, you could have a chicken sandwich with a slice of whole wheat bread and 2 ounces of lean deli chicken. Be sure to heat the chicken until steaming. Add a couple of lettuce leaves and a tomato slice with a tablespoon of mayonnaise. Add some vegetable soup with beans and a cup of strawberries. For a mid-afternoon snack, you could have 1/2 of a whole wheat pita and 3 tablespoons of hummus, 1/2 cup of cucumbers, and 1/2 cup of tomatoes. For dinner, you could have 3 ounces of chicken breast, 2/3 cup cooked brown rice, 3/4 cup of broccoli, a cup of green salad with 1/4 cup of avocado, and 2 tablespoons of salad dressing. Finally, 6 ounces of Greek fruited yogurt. For an evening snack, you could have 5 whole grain crackers with 1.5 ounces of cheddar cheese. I hope you find this information helpful. Please don't hesitate to contact your provider with any questions.